Thinking of moving to Canada but not sure which city to pick? Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, or Montreal? Let's break it down, fast and real. Hi everyone! Thinking of moving to Canada but don't know which city to call home? In this video, I am breaking down the top 4 big cities, Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, and Montreal, and comparing them in 5 key areas: housing, transportation, groceries, education, and weather. Let's find out which one fits you best. Let's start with the biggest concern, housing. Toronto is the most expensive. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in downtown will cost you around $2,500 or more. Buying, average home prices are well over $1 million. Vancouver is just as pricey, especially for ownership. A downtown apartment can easily reach $2,800 and more for rent, and housing prices are sky high. Think luxury level prices. Calgary is way more affordable. Rent for a one-bedroom is around $1,500 or even less in some areas, and homes are reasonably priced, especially for a big city. Montreal is also much cheaper than Toronto or Vancouver. Rent is around $1,300 to $1,800, and home prices are still accessible for many people. So, if budget is your priority, Calgary and Montreal win this round. Secondly, transportation. Let's talk getting around. Toronto has a decent subway system, TTC, but traffic is brutal. Rush hour feels like a video game, but not the fine kind. Vancouver has a cleaner, more modern transit system. The SkyTrain is fast, and you can get around without a car. Calgary has a light rail system called the City Rail. It's not as extensive, but the city is more spread out, so driving is more common. And parking is easier than in Toronto or Vancouver. Montreal has a great metro system, fast, clean, and cheap. But remember, everything is mostly in French. So for public transport lovers, Vancouver and Montreal take the lead. Now, groceries. How much are you spending at the grocery store? Toronto and Vancouver are both expensive when it comes to food. A basic basket, bread, milk, fruits, and few extras can easily cost $200 a week or more. Calgary is slightly cheaper. Alberta has no provincial sales tax, so your grocery bill feels a bit lighter. Montreal offers more affordable groceries compared to Toronto and Vancouver. And the variety, especially with fresh breads, cheeses, and pastries, is amazing. So, for saving on food, Montreal and Calgary win again. Now, education. Whether you're thinking about schools for your kids or post-secondary education, Toronto is home to the University of Toronto, Ryerson, and more. Lots of options, but tuition and living costs are high. Vancouver has top schools like UBC and SFU, strong programs, great campuses, and lots of international students. Calgary has the University of Calgary and Mount Royal, smaller student population but quality education and more affordable student life. Montreal is a student city. It's home to McGill, Concordia, and several French-speaking universities. Tuition is lower, especially for Quebec residents, and the city has a youthful vibe. For affordable and high-quality student life, Montreal shines the brightest. Finally, weather. Because, yes, Canada gets cold, but not all cities are the same. Toronto has cold winters with snow, but summers are warm and humid. Vancouver is the mildest, less snow, but lots of rain, especially in the winter. Calgary is cold in winter, but gets a lot of sunshine year-round. And there is something called a Chinook, warm winds in winter that feels like a magic. Montreal has cold, snowy winters and hot summers. Think extreme seasons, but beautiful fall colors. So, if you're not a fan of winter, Vancouver is your best bet. Alright, let's quickly wrap up. For housing, Calgary and Montreal. For transit, Vancouver and Montreal. For groceries, Calgary and Montreal. For education, Toronto, Vancouver and Montreal. For weather, Toronto is mixed, Vancouver is mild, Calgary is cold but sunny, Montreal has cold winters. So, which city would you choose? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell if this video helped you to make a decision. See you in the next one.